There's a sty in me eye, what am I gonna do? Come on into the ditch. I'm your resident ditch witch, Tara Tyne, and we're about to get witchy, whether you like it or not. First thing I want to say, top of this video, while I'm in here having my tea break from reading on Ton Bo Culnia in Ton Arts Centre, Dundalk, hit subscribe to see more and hit join for the membership option to do a read along with me. But there's somebody very special that I want to say thank you and welcome to, and that is my longtime fan, my witchy sister, Ms. Diane Wattier, my first member on my memberships program. Thank you so much, Diane. It's great to have you on board for this new phase of my channel here on Diary of a Ditch Witch. You've been here since day one, and I have appreciated every comment, every like, every watch, and I can't wait to see what else we do together. Thank you, Diane. And if anybody else would like to sign up for my memberships program, just scroll down to the description below this video and find the link where I've said sign up to memberships option. Anyway, yes, so I'm having a wee tea break from my reading, and I came across this article, this news article from a couple of months ago that I had saved in my phone that I meant to talk to you about, and I thought today's the day. I'm in the mood for talking about dragons. Can you tell I'm watching back through Game of Thrones at the minute? It's a sea dragon, and apparently we have common sea dragons these days, but they're much, much smaller, and I don't think they're all that closely related to these prehistoric ones that we're talking about. Yes, there was a 180 million year old fossil of an ichthyosaur sea dragon found in Rutland in England last February. It's being hailed as one of the greatest finds in British paleontological history. Good for them, I guess. Ichthyosaurs are a prehistoric reptile, and when I saw the pictures of them, I mean, to me, a completely untrained eye, I say that they look like a very early version of a dolphin, although they're reptiles, and you know, people who know their animal kingdom are probably screaming at the telly right now because it's probably nothing like a dolphin, but to me, that's how it looks. This one was 33 foot in length. That's 10 meters. And they had to shut down the nearby bird watching sites. I think it's quite a popular place for bird watching, a sanctuary maybe. They said bird poo was one of the biggest threats they had to this dig, which I thought was a bit funny in and of itself. Probably not funny to work in it, but oh well. Yeah, so they had to shut down the bird watching sites for fear of thieves, because you know those trophy hunters coming in and stealing your fossils in the night time. So the whole entire dig had to be done in secret. Now, I did read that they were digging last August. It was found last February, so I presume that there was quite a long period of secrecy, and it's really only like recently, a year later, that they've actually announced what they found. The bones of the skeleton, they said, were the same consistency as biscuit. Now imagine trying to dig a 33 foot biscuit out of the ground, out of clay. Like, they said that the soil was Jurassic clay, obviously, and that it had been wet to begin with and then eventually baked out in the sun. So you've got this like crumbly thing within a crumbly thing, and it's 33 foot long and 180 million years old, and you need to lift it out of the ground in one piece. Good luck to you. Apparently the skeleton wasn't completely fossilized. It was like only on its way to complete fossilization, and if it had it done, like actually turned to stone, they said it would have been harder to dig out, but easier to move because it would have had more structural integrity than biscuit, obviously. And they did scan it and record it in situ from like many different angles using many different methods before they lifted it out in big lumps of plaster of Paris. And even that was a nightmare because they thought digging in August that the ground would be nice and dry and it's all going to be coolio, but actually when they got in to do it, it was very wet weather and they were working downwind from a body of water, so the plaster of Paris just wouldn't dry out for ages. They did eventually get it to dry, and when they lifted it out with machines, it weighed 2.5 tons combined. They're still looking for a permanent home for this skeleton because You know, I mean, I suppose you'd imagine the Natural History Museum and that, they're kind of already full. They don't have much floor space. I saw a mention that it might require its own wing, so they haven't got funding for phase 3 yet, or at least they hadn't when I was reading the article that I found a few weeks ago. And they also didn't have a place to put it yet. Now, obviously, Rutland is vying for the honour. They are the smallest historic county in England, and their motto is multum e parvo, which means much in little, and that was adopted by the council in 1950, and I think it's quite fitting because just recently they've also found a really important mosaic from Roman times which depicts Achilles and apparently changes their entire understanding of Roman Britain. I haven't looked into that yet. If you'd like me to, give me a shout. And I'm sure they're delighted to have found all of these fascinating things within their own little county. And us here in County Louth, affectionately known as the wee county, the smallest county in Ireland, you know, it has me wondering, like, we have one of the highest concentrations of souterrains in Ireland. We also have a 5,000-year-old dolmen and several outcrops of ancient Atlantic rock art on our border with Monaghan. Granted, these things are all a lot more recent than a 180-million-year-old sea dragon, but still, like, who's to say that we don't have a bigger, older one buried around here somewhere? No one, that's who. So yeah, dragons were real, kind of. They were just the underwater kind. Hit subscribe for more fun and witchy updates and adventures. I'm currently uploading 2 to 3 times a week from my artist's residency here in Anton Arts Centre, Dundalk, and you're not going to want to miss it. Slán agus beannacht, goodbye and good luck to you.